She hails from the south suburbs. She's your local hairstylist, nail tech, working on her bachelor's in communication. Put your hands together, everyone, for your lovely convo host, Ella J.
Hey there, how are you guys? And welcome to CONVO. I was having a bit of a time. I have so many jobs, I don't even know which one I'm doing right now. Well, to go ahead and get us started, this is our second segment of Children Raising Parents. And thank you for tuning in once again. Now, what I want all you guys to do is to strap on that seatbelt and hold on tight, because this one's going to be unlike any other one. Informational, but yet also very entertaining. So, let's get started. Teenagers having children. I think that's a big issue, but according to the Department of Human and Health Services, teen pregnancy has gone down, or declined rather, by 6% since 2011. I find it a little hard to believe with shows like 16 and Pregnant and things like that being glorified. Now, if that show was on when I was growing up, you're talking about scared straight. I wouldn't think about having sex with myself, a guy, or anything else for that matter. It wouldn't happen. It wouldn't happen at all. Now, if we really want to think about everything that's going on, when teenagers have children that young, what can they offer their children besides living in a home with their own parents? That child then has to realize, okay, this is my mom, but these are my grandparents. Who do I listen to? And sometimes those children may oftentimes have a hard time knowing who to listen to or what to do, because there's so many people at this time raising them. Now, grandparents, granted, do also a very good job at raising children, but a lot of kids are now living at home with their grandparents. Grandparents at this time, they're so tired because they've already raised their children. So now they have their children who are young as teenagers, as well as their children's children. It's stress all through this house. If my children had children that came back to my house, I think I would run away from home. Of course I would help them, but how difficult would that be? Do you know what that grocery bill would be like? I spend $150 myself a week. Woo! Talk about public assistance. I'm not advocating for you to get it. I'm just saying that's what I would do. Moving on to our next category, which will be, it's not all that bad being raised by your children. It creates more structure. It gives you things that, I guess, you need more things in your life to shake things up a bit. And your kids also keep you well-rounded. A lot of things going on. There's a lot of activities. There's a lot of after-school clubs and soccer practice and baseball practice. And of course, associated with that are fees. I'm so tired of school fees. I don't know what to do. I think they even charge an entry fee to come into the school every day. It's like going to the club. You are in 5th grade. Let's keep it moving because, I get sidetracked. You guys know that. It's okay though. I can do that. But being raised by your kids, it helps you to focus on someone other than yourself. And that's always a good thing, especially with your children, because they realize that you as being a parent, they know that you have a lot of things going on that they want attention too, but you in turn need attention as well. And that's okay getting that from your children. Sometimes standing in front of this camera, you run out of things to say. But that's not going to happen today, y'all. Anyway, so back to these after-school sports and the younger children having children. We all need to keep in mind that we need to We need to embrace our community. You know, if these younger kids are having children, let's wrap them in our embrace and not tell them, you know what, you shouldn't have messed up. This is what you shouldn't have did. It's okay, well, it's already happened, and let's not put them under a very huge thumb by saying, you shouldn't have did this. Well, obviously, I don't think they would have chosen to have a free life. Should I say free life? You know what I mean by saying free life, right? Just do whatever you want to. Well, would they really choose to not enjoy their teenagehood rather than to have a child? Of course not. Let's not make them feel even worse than what they feel. Let's tell them, I love you. And I know you're going to need help with Pampers because they cost so much. So go ahead and take this cloth over here with this safety pin and use this instead and put it in the washing machine because those diapers cost too much even with a coupon. Humor always makes everything funny. Have to remember that. Well, I'm going to take a quick commercial break. You guys stay tuned. We have a problem solution coming up. So if you're having issues with your toddler, your teenager, whomever, your spouse, just kidding. That's a whole nother show. But we may have some solutions for you. Keep it moving, y'all.
Seen a diamond in the flesh. I cut my teeth on wedding rings in the movies.
You guys know I love dancing. So sorry about that. Gotta get your jam on whenever you can. Welcome to the problem solution segment. And let's get started with what we have. Now let's say that your children are around 3 to 4 years old and they are always talking back. How do I fix that? Easy. Have more conversations with your children. Whether it's about what you do in preschool today, or do you like this color, or what's the name of this as you're driving past something. Just engage them in conversation. Everything starts and finishes with a conversation. Hence the name CONVO. Moving right on. Your child always has an attitude, no matter what age. Well, especially teenagers, because I know I had the biggest one. No one could tell me anything. The only thing, the major thing that you can do with your child having an attitude is not to respond back with an attitude. You can't fight fire with fire. You get nowhere. You just have all stuff tarnished, burned down to the ground, and feelings are completely hurt. They will not come back to you for anything because they'll always think, wow, she's always or he's always mad at me whenever I can't express myself. Because that's all an attitude really is. You can't get your point across, and you get even more frustrated when they are not understanding what you're trying to say. So no worries. Teenagehood goes by quickly. I know you're probably thinking, not quickly enough, but it is what it is. But we can also flip it to the child side. What happens when you have, or you're encountering cyberbullying? How do you bring it to your parents? This is relatively new. My generation didn't really deal with cyberbullying because we weren't too much into technology. I don't think it is a big problem. It's a ginormous problem. I just made the word up, but just keep going with me. But as you're bringing it to your parents, just say, I'm having an issue at school and I'm not sure what I can do about it. So I wanted to come to you first. Or if you don't want to go to your parents, which you really should do first, you can go to someone at your school, the counselor, maybe the dean. Even if it's that serious, go to your principal. But please tell someone. There's been so many instances where kids have actually killed themselves on webcams because of cyberbullying. Please don't let it go that far. For teenage girls, I know it's difficult to come to your mother about, I like this boy in my science class. Should I wear a short skirt to get his attention? No, you should not. But please tell your mother or your father that you are interested in a boy or a girl, whatever floats your boat. I'm not here to judge. But if you're in... Oh, wait a minute. that is, I don't know if you guys remember what that sound is, but that is our sound off segment. Oh, look, I was about to start jamming again, y'all. You heard that? Finger got a little itchy. Watch out. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Wrap up what I'm saying before we get into the sound off segment. But if you are interested in someone, please tell your parents, and they've been through it before. They can tell you the things to do and things to not do. The only thing that has changed is the times, not what you do. You can still woo someone or sweep them off their feet by flowers or a simple phone call, but you can get on the stalker-like list if you send too many text messages. And you know what? That brings me to another point. I'm going to try not to be long-winded, guys, because you know I have spontaneous thoughts. Let's keep it moving. Now, if you do receive text messages like that, back to back to back, that is harassment. That's not, oh, they like me. It's not. You really need to look into that. Either go to your local police, but once again, go to your parents. Your parents are the cure-all for problems. I know it's difficult. You may think that they're judging you or maybe not even judging you. Maybe they'll just give you the wrong answer because they're too old. No, that's not true. Well, I could do this problem solution thing all night, but let's go ahead and go into our sound off segment. Now, we had a couple of our viewers from either social media or just personal friends of mine or people that tell me that, hey, I really like your show. You should do this on your sound off segment. The first one was, why is it I am like the only person in the gym? All these lockers are available. I come back and here's this lock right next to my locker. What is that? And then have the nerve to have the same combination lock. So I'll try to open up this one and it's not even my dang on locker. Really? Really? I do the same thing. Remember when I brought up about the parking lot and the cars parked next to the other cars? Same difference except it's with a lock. Oh my goodness. The next one is, I got this from a gentleman. He said, why do women wear tight clothes and then get upset with the responses that they get? You want to know why? Because we get one of these, hey, Sean, hey, excuse me, or something else ignorant. I mean, really, I would ignore the hell out of someone if they ever try to approach me like that. Or if maybe she's just having a bad day. Or perhaps he didn't start off by saying, hello, how are you? They get you so much further than, you look good in those jeans. Well, duh, dummy, that's why I'm wearing them. Anyway, how about when you get to the toll booth and you have no money? I know we've all been there. You've been searching around, you get out of the car, look under the seat, then you wind up walking to the car behind you like, do you have an extra $1? And they look at you like, you already knew you were coming to the toll. Why did you not have any money? Okay, yeah, you guys, you know that happened to me, right? She was all in her trunk. It was a mess. Oh my goodness, okay. Last one, you guys, I promise, and I will wrap this whole thing up. This is my personal sound off. When people are coughing and they don't cover their mouth. The thing that really gets me is when you're in restaurants and they do it. The first thing that comes to your mind is, would you please take that to the field and shoot it? Whatever is going on in the back of your throat, in the middle of your head, you do not have to exhibit it at the table. Or how about when they blow their nose at the table? The bathroom is right there. Excuse me, the restroom, because you're not at home. The restroom is right there. I can go on forever. But you know what? I really enjoyed this episode. I hope that you guys did as well. Please stay tuned for our next one. We will have just as much fun as we had in this one, maybe if not more. I love what I do, and I love y'all too. Keep it tuned, y'all. I know.